Hey y'all, it's Kate. It's so great to have a moment of fellowship with you all today, and I'm so excited to share this week's Lent devotional with you, titled Take Off Your Shoes. So today we'll be looking at the passage in Exodus about Moses and the burning bush, and I will be reading Exodus 3:5. Do not come any closer, God said. Take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy ground. So, of course, the story of Moses and the burning bush is about Moses, and he is tending his flock like he always does, of course, and all of a sudden in the distance he sees a burning bush, and he hears the voice of God saying it's holy ground where he is standing. Now, at this moment in time, Moses is at a point of transition, and he's going from his normal life to having to lead the Israelites to the promised land and out of Egypt. And this just sparked my remembrance of COVID, of course, and how we are definitely in a moment of transition, moving from facing COVID head on to seeing this promised land with the vaccine being out and many people having access to it. So right now, it's important for us to think about what really is holy ground. Holy ground is what God made. Holy ground is everywhere because God is everywhere. And God is with us in the moments where we're happy, where we're celebrating, but also where we're afraid or scared or angry or facing trials. And it's so important for us to remember in a time such as this where everything is scary and we don't know what's going to happen next or left or right. It's important for us to remember that God is with us because this is holy ground. And God's presence will be with us, and it has been with us, is with us right now, and will be with us as we move on towards the future. Just a couple weeks ago, I was sitting in the living room with two of my close friends, and we were just talking about how we are dealing with the pandemic and what we like to think about to help us feel better and help us feel motivated to keep moving. And I talked about how God has really moved me and stayed faithful throughout this period where I'm missing my senior year and I've lost relatives, and where many of us have just had so many hard times that are hard to bear. And I talked about my faith and how it has really moved me in this time. And just seeing the spark in their eyes reminded me of how God has been with us through it all, and God will be with us through it all. But most importantly, we must take off our shoes. Of course, figuratively, unless you'd like to, but we must take off our shoes and really feel God's presence. Open our hearts, eyes, ears, minds to what God is doing and what God will continue to be doing through the pandemic and also in the future. So now I would like to lead us in a guided meditation and spiritual imagination. So you can close your eyes or read this to yourself, or if you'd like to follow the name of the devotion, you can quite figuratively and literally take off your shoes and step outside in the grass. So I will begin here. Take 2 deep breaths. Feel the air going into your lungs. Feel the air as you slowly breathe out. Notice your body begin to calm. Feel the grass between your toes or your fingers. Wiggle them out and allow yourself to connect with the earth below you. This earth is home to an unfathomable number of different creatures, plants, and animals, each of which is unique, just like you. You, who is a glorious part of this creation. You, who is uniquely and wonderfully made. You, who have a role in the story of God. You, who is on holy ground. Imagine yourself into the story of Moses. You're leading your sheep on the side of a mountain. You walk here every day. You know these trails as if they were your own backyard. Today, however, something feels different. You hear it before you see it, the crackling sounds of fire. You turn a corner and there, right in front of you, is a bush that's on fire. Flames reaching as high as 10 feet into the air, and yet, oddly, it's not too hot. Who set this fire? Then you notice something else. The fire isn't spreading. The bush and bushes nearby are completely unharmed. And for that matter, the fire doesn't seem to be destroying the flaming bush either. Do you run? Do you stay and watch? Do you try to put the fire out? Just as you are taking your first slow step forward, a voice calls out, "Moses, Moses." The voice is coming from the bush. "Surely this is a dream. Surely this is not real." You reply quietly with a little shakiness to your voice, "Here I am." "Come no closer," the voice says, firm but not loud. "Remove the sandals from your feet, for the place on which you are standing is holy ground." Bring your mind back to where you are in your own yard. Feel the grass, feel the earth, feel the air on your face. The place where you are is holy ground. You are in the presence of God. It doesn't require a burning bush. It doesn't require a talking donkey or vision in a dream or saying the right prayer in the temple. You are in the presence of God because God created you and God loves you. God is with you everywhere you go, and so everywhere is holy ground. Feel yourself breathing again. Feel yourself relaxing. Notice the sensations in your body and outside your body. This is holy because God says it is holy. Your job is to take the time to notice. Spend as much time as you like sitting and relaxing in the grass. Be mindful of your breathing. Be mindful of the feel of the earth. Be mindful of the holiness of this moment. So now I would like to lead us in a moment of prayer to close today's devotion. Dear God, thank you for this time of fellowship with other youth and families. And help us remember coming into this next week that we are on holy ground, that you have been with us through it all, and that you will continue to be with us and love us no matter what happens in our world, no matter what we're feeling, whether we're sad or happy or anxious. You are with us and you love us, and we are on holy ground. Thank you for always assuring us that you are there for us and that you love us endlessly. Help us have a great week, and thank you again for this amazing time of fellowship. Amen. I hope you all have a great week, and I can't wait to see many of you at youth group this week.